Where Do All the Teachers Go? It is written by Peter Dixon. Dear students, this poem provides you the opportunity to learn the details related to the teacher's life which the child thinks curiously. This poem is even also combined with rhyming pairs, which is a rhythmic one, and you will enjoy the poem in its reading. Moreover, by getting the familiarity of child's emotion, who is similar just like to you are able to write your own poems. So, with so many opportunities, I think you will enjoy this poem. Dear students, you are familiar with various professions. Every day you are observing me. You know that I am a teacher, and you know it very well that what is the work of teacher. Study this slide and list out various other professionals whom you observe in society. I would like to assign you the task that you have to prepare a list of these professionals, and in a single line you have to write their work too. See the picture. First is of doctor, second picture is of dentist, firefighter, teacher, police officer, cashier, waitress, mail carrier, receptionist, veterinarian, lifeguard, coach, bus driver, judge, hair stylist, florist. Besides to this, there are so many professions which may even you have the idea. So do the comparison on the basis of these professionals and choose the profession that you like most and understand the things related to that. In this poem, we are going to study about the life of teachers in the mind of child. I know that all of you are curious to learn about poem. So I am here to present my slide and the picture is in front of you. Just study the slide and its picture. You will see here the child of your age and a question mark there, that means he thinks something very hard. So what does the child think? Here the question is. The child poet thinks curiously about the life of teachers when they were outside the school. That means when the school hours were over, where the teachers were going, what kind of work they were performing. These kinds of questions come into the mind of the child. Here in this poem, the child thinks his teacher as a special person in his life. To him, his teacher has been the person who is perfect in all aspects. He thinks his teacher as a model and guiding figure to him. His curious mind is inquisitive to know the details, who is even mysterious to him till the day. He thinks that I observed my teacher in school. He is busy in teaching me and just like other children. But what kind of person he is when the school hours were over? He thinks about it. Till this day, he didn't know the answer about the teacher's life when they were at home. There is no interaction about these kinds of routines in front of the children. So he thinks his teacher as a mysterious figure and he wonders where his teacher lived, like a normal people and doing all routine activity. He even thinks how the teachers do when they were school going children. And all these questions and curiosities which he explained in this poem which is in front of you. Here is the text of the poem. I will read aloud the poem and you will listen it very carefully. The next thing I would like to even suggest to you that you will hear the audio which is here with the material. So let's see the recitation of the poem by me. Where do all the teachers go when it's 4 o'clock? Do they live in houses and do they wash their socks? Do they wear pajamas and do they watch TV? And do they pick their noses the same as you and me? Do they live with other people? Have they mums and dads? And were they ever children? And were they ever bad? Did they ever never spell right? Did they ever make mistakes? Were they punished in the corner if they pinched the chocolate flakes? Did they ever lose their hymns books? Did they ever leave their greens? Did they scribble on the desktops? Did they wear old dirty jeans? I will follow one back home today. I will find out what they do. Then I will put it in a poem that they can read to you. Dear students, listen the audio of the poem also and you will enjoy the beauty of the poem. After listening the audio, read the poem carefully and recite it with proper rhythm.
Where do all the teachers go? By Peter Dixon. Where do all the teachers go when it's 4 o'clock? Do they live in houses? And do they wash their socks? Do they wear pajamas? And do they watch TV? And do they pick their noses the same as you and me? Do they live with other people? Have they mums and dads? And were they ever children? And were they ever bad? Did they ever never spell right? Did they ever make mistakes? Were they punished in the corner if they pinched the chocolate flakes? Did they ever lose their hymn books? Did they ever leave their greens? Did they scribble on the desktops? Did they wear old dirty jeans? I'll follow one back home today. I'll find out what they do. Then I'll put it in a poem that they can read to you.
So let us study the stanza-wise analysis of the poem. Stanza number 1. I will read here the stanza of the poem and you will have to listen it how it is to be recited. Where do all the teachers go when it's 4 o'clock? Do they live in houses and do they wash their socks? Here the child wonders and questions where all the teachers go after the school hours. He wants to know if, like any other ordinary being, they also live in houses and wash their socks. Means, do they also do all the routine work like other people? Here the child explores the possibility whether his teacher is living just like an ordinary human being and follow the normal routine at home. The phrase wash their socks, it doesn't to be taken just the work of washing the socks. The work is here washing of clothes that is to be taken. Now let's come to stanza 2. Do they wear pajamas and do they watch TV? And do they pick their noses the same as you and me? Here, the word pajamas, that means informal clothing at home. It should not be taken as pajama only. Watching TV means a kind of entertaining activity. The phrase picking their noses, it means the children have the frequent habit to place their fingers in their nostrils. Placing one's finger in the nostril, it means pick their noses. So here the child wants to know if his teacher wear clothes like pajamas and watch TV like them. Do they also clean their noses the way other people do and waste their time? He thinks curiously about it